really like the show, but like a remake of Animorphs would be so good. Because in the original one, in the show, I still, again, don't know how I watched it. The thing the whole show.
I don't even know what the show's about. I can guess. It's people that morph into animals.
Whole song with one of my friends, fully original as far as I know. I don't know if it has the tune of another song. I'm not gonna sing it. That does not need to be on the internet. But
why not?
Honestly, it was a pretty good song. Especially since there's just 2 third graders just talking about our show. How did both of us watch it?
You must have found it somewhere.
Because I don't remember if I watched the show or read the books first. All I know is I preferred the show.
You might have read the books. I feel like
I might have read a couple of the books, but I know I didn't read the books in order because my library didn't have all of them.
Oh.
I read like the 5th one and like the 7th one, and then I was like, I wonder if there's a show. Or I Googled it, and I watched the whole show, and I was like, that's pretty good. I guess I'll read a couple of the other books. But my library never had all of them.
What?
Discord.
Just let it go. You don't have to whack yourself.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay,
Animorphs
so
is due for a remake.
It totally needs a reboot because in the original, the story, great. The script, the writing,
fantastic.
It's something. It's special. Near and dear to my heart. The cast, near and dear to my heart.
So wait, what was I right? Is it people that can morph into animals?
Oh, yeah, okay, so let me explain. So
I don't know why I never watched it other than I have no desire to see people morph into animals. No, that's a lie because I watch werewolfy things all the time.
It's like Teen Wolf, but better.
I never watched no Teen Wolf.
You don't know Teen Wolf?
I mean, I know Teen Wolf, but I said no.
Styles is in Teen Wolf.
Who?
Styles. He's the best character in Teen Wolf.
Styles. I don't know.
Styles Stilinski.
You noticed that Teen Wolf was like a movie way back in the day.
I know.
Okay.
Because Dad was like, ooh, Teen Wolf. And I was like, no, not the Teen Wolf. That's also on Prime.
I think I watched the original movie.
So the only thing that was like kind of, a little bit shaky about the show was their animal morphing. Because it was ye olde CGI.
It's the 90s.
But imagine the CGI nowadays. It would look so cool.
But why did they morph into animals?
Okay. So
are they like mutants?
No. So
is it beast?
So these aliens. So they witnessed a space.
There's aliens?
It's all about aliens, Karen. So there was a spaceship that crashed, and they were like, whoa, because their dog, I think his name was Baxter. Baxter got out. Maybe it was Billy. It was something with a B.
Billy Baxter? That's the name of the kid on GT and the Halo Express.
Billy Batson is the name of Shazam Kid. Billy Baxter, wasn't he the bully in GT?
He is the bully.
Okay.
Baxter's also our neighbor's dog's name.
Hi, Baxter.
No,
Hi, Baxter.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the dog got out, right? And so they were chasing after him. Jake, Sophie, I don't remember if they're siblings or dating, but, it was one of them.
It's slightly awkward if they're siblings and they're dating.
No, I think they were dating because I know they don't live at the same house. Cassie was their animal dealer. Tobias got stuck as a hawk, but he's also half alien. That's funny.
Okay, wait.
Marco and
Polo?
Axe. I used to know Axe's full name because he's an alien. Okay.
Axolotl?
It's something like that. I need to find it. Okay, so
wait, so they're aliens?
No. So they witnessed a crash, like a spaceship crash, and this centaur creature, Andalites. No, not
what centaur creature gives them powers or like half eats them, kisses them. What? Don't leave me hanging.
So what happened was when they were there,
at the spaceship.
Yeah, they saw this the Andalite thingy get attacked by another Andalite and left for dead. And
that's
one of
mean.
them is like the bigger one is named Visser 3. And he is the
evil villain.
Huh?
Evil villain.
No, Visser 3 is definitely the villain. He's the leader of the Yeerks. This is an Andalite.
It looks like Ant-Man combined with.
Okay, so the Andalite who was left there was a prince and had this magical...
Left for Dead was a prince?
Yeah.
So it was a hostile takeover.
Yes, and so the Yeerks are these slugs, right? That go and they can brain control things. So they slither into humans, brain control them, but then they have to slither back into their pool and recharge, and then slither back into your ear. Or your nose, I think. I don't remember. But, so they want to take over the world. They want to, mind control every single human. And the Andalites really don't like the Yeerks, because the Yeerks, I think, destroyed some of the Andalites' home, or most of it. Okay. They had to escape on spaceships. But the prince dude has a magical cube, and he's like, "Hey kids, touch my cube." And the kids
That's
are like,
dirty.
and the kids are like, "Yes, this seems like a good idea." That horseman, that blue horseman,
Blue horse Ant-Man
with a spike tail, seems like a great idea. Let's touch his cube. And they get the power.
It just sounds so wrong.
I know, that's why I keep saying it. I think it's funny. So they get the power, so when they... Mal, get over here. When they touch an animal, they suck up its DNA, and they can turn into that animal.
You killed Mal. Oh, he's back up.
And when you turn into an animal, you can only stay an animal for an hour, or else you get stuck. And that actually
How do you turn back?
You just do. It's a power.
It's like a bibbity bobbity boo.
Yeah.
At the stroke of midnight.
And it's like you kind of like.
Why would you want to turn into an animal?
I don't know. Well, okay, so the Andalites used it because it could help them morph into more powerful aliens to fight the Yeerks.
Because slugs aren't very.
They are when you possess
strong.
an Andalite, because then you can just turn into whatever as a slug. It's pretty cool. Visser 3 is egotistical as heck, though. Like, he just really wants.
And he's not a Yeerk.
No, he is a Yeerk. Visser 3 is a Yeerk possessing an Andalite.
Oh, that's why he's evil.
Yeah.
Got it. So he's not just evil.
He's not just evil.
He's the evilly evil.
Yeah. He's the leader. He's the general with the Visser. The Visser's like a rank.
Okay.
And then, they do small missions, which I've apparently read later in the books or something. They eventually lead to being technically war criminals and terrorists because they poison the Yeerks' food supply. Because they have they're kids, right? They're kids.
This all happened in one season of a show?
No, there are 2 seasons before it got canceled. But there are books that it was based on that goes way past it. Okay, but and so Cassie's dad runs an animal clinic, so that's where they get all their animal DNA.
I feel like she should be a cat.
Marco turns into a rat. Cassie turns into a horse.
Like, do they always turn into the same thing?
They can turn into anything.
Like in Animagus, they have an affinity for something?
That's kind of what it is. They just kind of like have a preference. Cassie, I think her preference is a horse just because she's a horse girl. Like, she's like, oh my gosh, I love horses. They're the best.
My Little Pony.
Well, no, not like My Little Pony, but she's like this gentle creature,
Yes.
Rachel turns into a cat, like a house cat. I think her own house cat, which I think is weird.
Super useful.
Marco.
Sit around and lick myself all day.
Marco turns into. No, he only turned into a rat a couple times. He mostly turns into, I think, a dog, but maybe a rat. It's either a rat or a dog that's his thing. Who else did I need to say? Oh yeah.
The boyfriend.
The boyfriend, Jake. He's the leader of the group.
The brains.
The leader.
The one that said, "Touch my cube."
No.
That's a good idea.
Dude's dead.
He died. The prince died.
He died. He's like, touch my cube and I'm dead. I don't remember what happened to the cube though.
Yeah, that seems like a big.
Like, they should have kept the cube.
Yeah.
Right?
That's like
maybe
a
it
Power
broke
Rangers
when they touched it and it transferred cube stars. I don't remember.
Shattered everything.
But Jake's affinity is
Lizards?
a tiger.
Oh.
Which is...
How in the world did he get that DNA all the time? I'm sorry.
Well, no, you only have to get it once. But what's even wilder is I'm pretty sure it was an albino tiger.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know, real
really?
rare. But, and then later, okay, there's also Tobias, and his thing is a hawk. But in one mission, he wasn't able to transform back in time. So he got stuck as a hawk.
But how do they transform back? Do they just think about it?
Never mind. Jake and Sophie. Jake and Girl are siblings because Girl is dating Tobias, the hawk.
Okay.
Well, they're not dating. They like each other. But, you know, one of them's a hawk. And
right.
That's a problem in any relationship.
I feel like it would be.
I feel like they could make it work, though. I don't know. He's a hawk. He can bring you...
Dead rodents and fly into your glass window and shatter it.
Yeah, exactly. But then you find out, gasp, Tobias is the son of that Prince space alien.
How?
This Prince space alien, I think, was on Earth for a little bit beforehand.
He had a Rumspringa?
And he transformed into a human and had a child or something.
Well, that's just sketchy as all get out.
I read that apparently, like, he was allowed to do this as, like...
His Rumspringa?
I don't know what that is.
It's what the Amish people do when they leave
Oh!
their community and go into the regular world.
I think he was allowed to do it because the Andalites knew that the Yeerks were coming. So
it was, like, to carry on his race or something?
No, I think they wanted, like, a person who was able to be able to protect the humans better, because I think they knew the prince was gonna die or something.
So weird.
And then later on, there's another spaceship crash, and you know who comes out?
The Valerian dude.
The Visser?
That dude.
Visser 3? No.
Visser 5. Because he's like a Cylon, and there's what, 7 of them? No, 9 of them? How many Cylons are there?
I don't know what a Cylon is.
Galen. 6.
Okay. And then they find the dude who just shows up. His name is Aximili Asgaruth Isthil. I used to know how to say that. He's an Andalite. He got a really long name. But they just call him Axe. And Axe is the token comedy character because he's an alien and has absolutely no social skills. But, you know... He's a full Andalite, so he can actually turn into an Andalite with the spike tail. But the interesting thing about that is, since the other guys are humans, they can only turn into an animal for an hour. But since Axe is an Andalite, he can only turn into a human for an hour.
Oh.
So, like, they kind of have to have antics where they have to, like, you know, keep his identity secret, you know? I don't remember what they end up doing to keep it a secret, but yeah. And about that terrorism thing, usually they just do small sabotages trying to keep, like, their city thing safe. I read that the Visser 1 just really liked their city and didn't want to spread too fast because then Visser 3 would have to leave. So Visser 3 was just a terrible commander, or Visser 1 was a terrible commander, and then Visser 3 was egotistical and was like, I won't be fooled by these random children, because at first... they don't know that the people sabotaging them are humans. They think they're Andalites, like a rogue Andalite squadron thing.
Okay.
But they're actually humans, so that's why they can never really catch them. And turns out Jake's brother is a Yeerk. Yeah, I know. There's like some weird conversations where he's like, I don't trust my brother anymore, but he's got to act normal around the brother.
Yeah.
So for a while they just do like small little. Ooh, sabotage. Ooh, gather information.
Guerrilla warfare.
Small stuff like that, you know, guerrilla warfare. But they also find out that cinnamon oatmeal, I think, like, cinnamon instant oatmeal is toxic to Yeerks.
It's like coffee ice cream in Alias.
What?
Keep that under your hat for later.
You've already given me 300 things to keep under my... Coffee ice cream.
Authorized personnel only.
What?
AP... Oh, when we were at the game, I pointed it out, but I couldn't explain it.
Stuff like that. All sorts of stuff.
They'll come back to you.
Mr. Rambaldo.
Rimbaldi.
I know what his name is. I said it wrong on purpose because he's strange.
You realize you've been talking about this for 15 minutes?
I don't care. So,
and we could get back to our Christmas movie.
Yes, I love Christmas
in
movies.
July.
That's really weird, gotta say. I mean,
this all came out.
This all came because
Amy
one actor
and
anyway,
the
point is
girlfriend.
They eventually just dump a bunch of that oatmeal into their like feeding pool.
That would make sense.
Is technically terrorism.
Genocide.
They are basically poisoning their supplies and food and all of that willingly, which I think is a war crime. It's definitely a space war crime.
It's like genocide.
It's genocide, and that's a war crime.
Yeah.
But I want a remake at Animorphs on Twitter, at Animorphs TV show, still on Twitter, at Animorphs
Oh my gosh.
on Spotify.
Instagram,
at Animorphs TV on Instagram too. Just tell them I want it.
Okay.
And they should listen to me because...
You could write the whole thing for them?
No. But I did write them a theme song.
That's true.
Credit goes out to my friend Simon. He helped write it.
Okay.
I don't know where you live anymore. You had years that the news liked, apparently, according to you. Still don't know if I believe that story. It was a good song. Okay, bye.
Okay.